Have you ever heard a sentence from the person you love that suddenly makes your heart ache, but your mind tells yourself, it's probably nothing? There are sentences that sound gentle, seemingly just teasing or a small truth, but deep inside they are eroding the trust, respect, and love you have for yourself. The scary thing is, they don't come in the form of obvious arguments or insults. They come from words that seem harmless, but are enough to change the way you see yourself. Today, I want to share with you 6 sentences that if a man often repeats, you need to listen carefully. Not to doubt everything, but to recognize when you are giving your heart to someone who doesn't know how to cherish it. Because sometimes, what we overlook is exactly what hurts us the most. 1. You're overreacting. When emotions are dismissed. This phrase may sound like gentle feedback at first, but in reality, it is often used to devalue your feelings. The underlying reason is that he doesn't want to face or take responsibility for the emotions you are experiencing. Instead of listening, he chooses to make you doubt yourself. If you hear this repeatedly, you will start to self-censor, hesitant to express yourself, afraid of being seen as overdoing it, gradually losing connection with your intuition. But in love, your feelings are always valid to you. A man who truly loves you will find ways to listen and understand, not deny or belittle them. 2. I'm just telling the truth. When cruelty hides behind honesty, honesty is a beautiful value, but it should never be an excuse to hurt others. When someone says this right after a harsh comment, they are using the truth as a weapon. The psychology behind it is to justify cruelty, making you believe you are wrong to feel hurt. Truth without compassion is just rudeness. A man who loves you will choose how and when to speak the truth so it becomes a bridge, not a wall. He will make you feel respected, even in the toughest conversations. 3. You're asking for too much. When boundaries are turned into demands, boundaries are the foundation of a healthy relationship. They help you feel safe and respected. But when you share your needs, like wanting quality time together or to be informed before plans change, and it's labeled as demanding, it's a sign that the other person is unwilling to meet your basic emotional needs. The psychological reason here is often that he doesn't want to change habits or fears being tied down. A man who values you will see boundaries as a guide to love you properly, not as chains to bind you. 4. I'm not ready to commit, but still acts like he's in love. This is one of the most exhausting situations for many women. He gives you all the feelings of a relationship, care, sharing, closeness, but keeps a safe distance with the phrase, I'm not ready. The psychology behind it is wanting to keep the warmth and benefits from you without taking responsibility. If you ask for more, he'll say, I told you before. If you accept, you become a temporary option. The truth is, when a man wants to be with you, he will be clear and proactive, not leave you waiting in uncertainty. 5. You're not the same as before. When growth is seen as a problem, this phrase is often said when you start to become stronger, more confident, or have clearer boundaries. The reason is he feels threatened when you're no longer easy to please. The new version of you forces him to change, and not everyone is ready for that. The consequence is many women give up dreams, passions, and confidence to return to a version that the other person finds more comfortable. But true love celebrates your growth. The one who loves you will be proud to see you fully become yourself, unafraid of that change. 6. I don't want to hurt you. When care is an excuse to avoid facing reality, it sounds sweet, but sometimes this is a way to leave or hide the truth. This phrase is often used when he doesn't want to face conflict or feel guilty, but the result is you're left with many unanswered questions, having to find ways to fill the void yourself. A man who truly loves you will choose honest and kind dialogue, even when it's difficult, rather than withdrawing in silence. Conclusion. Final message and note. Love is not a place where you constantly shrink yourself to fit someone else's desires. These 6 phrases, though they may sound gentle, if they appear frequently, can be signs that you are in a relationship that does not nurture your value and energy. Ask yourself, after each conversation, do you feel uplifted or put down? Do you feel more like yourself, Or do you have to shrink yourself? If your heart answers with exhaustion, perhaps it's time to give yourself a way out. Leaving is not giving up on love, but creating space for the right love to enter. If you have ever been in such a relationship, be patient with yourself. And don't forget to subscribe to the Reflection channel to listen to more things men don't say, but always want women to understand.